I'm not sure if everyone knows that I submitted a manuscript to a variety of publishers in October. And I had one hybrid publisher come back and say that she really loved the story and she would like to take it on, which is really exciting. And I was super excited about it. But the last couple of days, I've actually received a couple of rejection emails from major publishers in Australia and New Zealand. That kind of deflated me a little bit. Like, 2 other people have read the story and it would appear that they didn't like it, and it sort of cancelled out the one person who read the story and did like it enough to want to take it on and to make something incredible at it and to produce a story for me that I can present to the world that I would be proud of. So I sort of sat back and felt the deflation that I felt and thought, oh, is it really good enough? Is it really something that I want people to read? I mean, what if it actually is shit? What if I put it out there and people go, oh, all that hype and it was crap? And then you know how it goes, and your whole mind takes off and you think of all the worst case scenarios. And then I sort of started thinking about, oh, you know what, maybe I can just go back to my job and just live an everyday life and just carry on the way that I have the last 4 or 5 years, and everything will be okay, because, you know, I'm going to die eventually. So I might as well just go home, you know, just give up this whole idea of being a world famous author and then just go home. And anyway, then something about Harry Potter popped into my head, as it does, because J.K. Rowling and Stephen King are right up there as my favourites. And every author that I know was rejected by major publishing companies, and then a lot of rock bands have been rejected by major recording companies. So just because I feel that I am not that special, or I am not that good, or I am not as incredible as they are, I have to be rejected several times. And I've been rejected in other things several times and still managed to get through things. So why is this any different? And then I had to remember that the reasons why I wrote the novel in the first place, and it was a passion thing for me. I can't say that it was a joyful passion thing, because it brought up a lot of feelings, and it was a release and a cathartic thing for me, as opposed to I really love writing the story, because I never did love writing it. I was actually quite resistant to writing it the whole time, but once it was finished and I read it, and I thought, oh my God, this is really good. So I had to put my shitty old ego aside and stop being all deflated first thing in the morning, because that sets the tone for the day, and to think, you know, you wrote this story because you wanted to write a book. You've wanted to write a book ever since you were a little girl. You never knew what the subject matter was going to be. You suddenly got the subject, you got the story, you got it down, you submitted it, someone is editing it, you have meetings every couple of weeks with the publisher. It's a happening thing. You did this for you. You never did this for the whole world. If the whole world loves it, then they love it. But the priority of that was that you did it for you. So the lesson that I learned in this is again, people said no. And I wanted to go running home, wherever home is, with my tail between my legs and pretend that it never happened. And that doesn't really align with what I'm trying to portray out there, as to be bold and to be fearless and to go forward with it and not to be too invested in the outcome. So the manuscript came back from the publishers over the weekend. I haven't opened it yet. She sent an email attached with it, and she said, look, I've made some changes in there. Please be open-minded about the changes that I've made, because they're very important to the way that the story flows. And I've taken a whole lot out that would be better suited to an entirely separate book. So I haven't opened it because, again, my ego got in the way, and I sort of got like, well, I wrote that. Don't change everything that I wrote. What the fuck? So, yeah, we'll just wait and see what it says. But in the meantime, I have a couple of things to do, because I've had someone join my team. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to go and have a coffee and have a bit of a contemplate, read some books, and see how the day pans out from there. So everybody who watched this, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.